So my name is Jim Ryan, Hendricks Gin brand ambassador, and I'm from Kansas City. I'm born and raised in Kansas City. I was a career bartender in New York for about 9 years. Worked on more of like a restaurant angle. The approach to cocktails had disintegrated basically into nothing, and now you can see that it's grown, and a lot of it has to do with chefs reaching to what's local, what's fresh, what's in season, and it's trickled down to the bar, thankfully and finally. And it's really, just to sort of tack this on, it's really super special to come to cities that aren't the, top 3 like this one, that is a dear city obviously for me for very personal reasons, and to see the approach to the cocktail growing so well. It's really emulating the food movement that I see in Kansas City, so it's really great. I'm going to give you the nitty-gritty of the bartending competition. I think is fantastic overall, and I think it's really, really great. My experience, which this is part of like a day in the life of what I do, and there's really no one thing that I end up doing every day. It's like one day you're juicing 1,000 lemons, the next day you're looking for midgets that swing on ropes, the next day you're trying to give seminars. So it's a very erratic sort of thing that I do. But today was I worked with Ryan on having a complimentary punch for all of our guests, and put that together. So that meant a lot of hand juicing, putting the punch together. We're talking 30 liters of punch. So just think about your little punch bowl that you might have at home, and then multiply that times a lot. I don't know how big your punch bowl is, but it's probably not as big as mine. I would have an interaction with all of our guests, and to sort of introduce them to this Hendricks Gin Punch, and to talk about the gin, to talk about where you can find the cocktail. It's actually on the menu at Manifesto at the moment for the winter menu, so that it all comes, it's kind of a full circle sort of experience. So that was the first bit, and then it moved on to watching our contestants and watching the fantastic bartenders that we now are very proud to be called Kansas City bartenders. In my travels, I see a lot of attention to detail in cocktails, which is very appreciated. I see a lot more folks measuring their cocktails out there. I see a lot more use of bitters than I would imagine. There's a fantastic array of bitters that are available now. I can't stress enough, if you see something fresh in the kitchen, if your chef is interested in what he's putting on his plate, you should be digging in his refrigerator and robbing him of whatever you can. So just, or not necessarily, I mean, you know where I'm going with this, but basically taking what's fresh from the kitchen and approaching it into your guests, so that you can work together and create that synapse that's necessary for a successful bar/restaurant. I think that's the way that I see a lot of the majority of cocktails going, and it's really fantastic to come back here and see how easy it is to get a great crafted cocktail. I'm really proud of it. So yeah, that's been my experience. Yeah, it's been fantastic, and thanks very much. Yeah.